Madhyoli Charanam, Jai Nandalala, everybody. And today is a beautiful topic. I say that every time when I start a session, but what can I do? Every avataram is beautiful. Every that ultimate is so beautiful. So every time I say that, yes, I'm guilty. But yes, this avataram of the Lord is just like when I talked about Akhilandeshwari, right? There's no adjectives enough to describe him. Even the dictionary falls short. It's just magnificent. The Lord Venkateshwara. Just visualize him. When you close your eyes and just visualize him. Just to go from top to bottom. If you're really paying attention in your mind, it'll take a very long time. Because it's so many things. So many things that adorns him, right? Just to visualize him. And there we stand for hours and hours, some people days, and they get 10 seconds, less than 10 seconds glimpse of him, only if he wants. It's not the darshanam you get, it's the darshanam I give, is what it is. That's what he says, right? It's not the darshan you get, it's the darshan I give. And that is very, very important to think about. So I got the darshan. He gave me the darshan. It is his will. Even that 10 seconds. And yeah, people complain, I was so far away. Now it's so far away. I can't see him. Now there's not much light in the sanctum. Not able to see him properly. So many complaints. So many complaints, especially when they go to Tirupati. But then when they're standing in front of that Lord, that 10 seconds, they forget all the complaints. And they remember all the complaints after coming back. That's a different thing. But that seconds, that shows the bliss state which the mind seeks all that time in our life. That 10 seconds is what you experience, that you realize or you need. How happy, how blissful. You don't need anything more. In all that chaos around you, people pushing you, people saying, go out of the way, move, Jaragandi, right? But still, that bliss, it does conquer us. It does. We all feel that bliss. Not one person can say, I did not feel anything. Not one. That is that beautiful Lord. That is the magic. After all, he's the Kali Yuga Deva. He's come to free us of all this material things that we are attached to. That illusion that we are attached to, the Maya we are attached to. He is here on earth to take it all away, to free us of all that. I know we know a lot about Alvars and everything who have been devotees of Lord Venkateshwara. But there is one particular devotee I want to speak about today. And his name is, he's a great saint. His name is Hathi Ram Bhavaji. And Ambal particularly wanted me to speak about him. When I started the session about Lord Venkateshwara, this is the first name she gave. Speak about him. Speak about this devotee. There is a reason. And you'll know what. This is a great saint, and he was during the period 15th century. And he was born in Rajasthan. And he's a big devotee of Lord Rama. So when he used to sing, he used to meditate on Rama, like, Hanuman. He used to always meditate. Nobody can be like Hanuman, but just saying. He used to meditate on Lord Rama all the time, continuously. Any avataram of Narayana, you'll see Bhavaji there. Now, he came to know about the Lord Venkateshwara temple, the Tirumala hills. He came to know about this beautiful temple. And he wanted to visit it because everybody's talking about it. Like I said, those days, it's no WhatsApp or any social media. It's all the word of mouth. All these pilgrims used to travel far and wide. Pilgrimage was something those days. I think they really enjoyed. What is the point in taking a car and plane and bus and going somewhere? Those days, think about it. We can't even think about it. That's the beauty. How did they do it? Walking all the way, miles and miles. And yes, they got to see the Lord. Bhakti on a different level. Bhakti and dedication, commitment on a different scale. Right? Now, see, we are all so busy. We don't even have time to take off. So he went from where he is, from Rajasthan, he's gone to Tirupati. Think about it. That's why I told you this. He walked all the way to see Lord Venkateshwara. Now he came to Tirupati, and there after standing in line, he's in front of the Lord. Those days are not so much line, but he came in front of the Lord and he could not take his eyes off the Lord. He was just standing there and admiring him. We all just want that moment, right? Where we can stand and admire that Lord, but we don't get it. 10 seconds at the most, if he allows it. Otherwise, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. But he got it. He was standing there and admiring him. Couldn't take his eyes off of him. So beautiful he is, right? Lord Venkateshwara. So he decided to stay there forever. The Lord was so beautiful that Bhavaji wanted to stay there forever. It's like, this is where I'm going to be. I cannot be anywhere else. This is where I'm going to end. My life will end here. He decided. In front of this Lord Narayana. Now he constructed a mutt over there, a hermitage, and he visited the temple every day. And what would he do? He would just sit in a corner and just gaze at this Lord Venkateshwara. So beautiful. Like I said, it will take hours and every day different alangaram, right? So from top to bottom, if you have to see the Lord, it can take hours if you're going in detail. That is what Bhavaji did. He went in detail. A bhakta would do that, right? Only a bhakta can admire like that. And he was. So he sat there and admired the Lord. Every day he would come and sit there. Now, hours together. Nobody did that. They came, they saw, they seek blessing, and they left. Prasadam. They got prasadam, left. But Bhavaji was the only person who used to sit in one corner and just gaze at this Lord. This continued for many days until the priests noticed him. They noticed this person in a corner, just gazing, staring at the Lord. Now, as we all know, the Lord wears the most richest of the richest gems, diamonds. Now, he's not wearing costume jewelry. Everything is real. Nothing is fake that he wears. So he's wearing all those riches, real stuff. And somebody sitting there and gazing at this idol. The priests were getting a little worried. What is he looking at? So they got a little worried. So they went and informed the king that we have a person coming every day, sitting and admiring the Lord, but we don't know exactly what he's up to. He says he's admiring the Lord. So the king also, he didn't like that because he's the one, taking care of that temple and he's responsible. So he asked them to tell him to leave. So the priest told Bhavaji, please don't sit here for hours. You need to leave. But Bhavaji was in a trance, he used to come again, and he did the same thing again. So now they didn't want to take it easy. Now they knew, okay, this is something really strange. Nobody does this. So this is not normal. So they reported again to the authorities. And the next day, he was pushed out in force. He was literally pushed out. He pleaded, please don't separate me from my Lord. All I want is to sit and watch him. Please don't separate me. He pleaded and pleaded, but no, nobody listened to him. And Bhavaji had to return to his mutt. He cried to the Lord, sitting there on his, in front of him, in his prayer room, he cried. He said, what did I do wrong? After all, I just wanted to admire you. Wanted to sit and see you. You're so beautiful. I can't take my eyes off of you. I came all the way just for this. Why am I being punished? What did I ask? I didn't ask anything. I only wanted to be with you. So he's crying. And he's cried so much that sometimes, you fall asleep. So tired of crying. He fell asleep. The next morning, he tried going back to the temple again. And the authorities recognized him and pushed him away. Said, no, you cannot enter the temple anymore. You've had enough of staring at the Lord. Saddened, he comes back, very sad, comes back to the mutt and started playing dice, the game of dice. He started playing to get distracted. He has to get distracted from this sad episode. So he started playing dice and he played in a way that the Lord was sitting in front of him. He assumed the Lord as his partner in this game. And he started playing dice. He said, okay, Lord, it's your turn. And he'll keep it for him. Okay, it's my turn. So this type of game was going on. And again, he played for hours, assuming the Lord as the other player, and he fell asleep. He didn't know when he fell asleep, but he fell asleep. He was so tired, he fell asleep. So no food, no water. He was just playing with the Lord, imagining the Lord to be the other player and playing. Suddenly, when he fell asleep, suddenly he heard a voice. He heard a voice and someone is calling out to him. Wake up. Wake up, my friend. The voice said, I'm here, it says. So he slowly opens his eyes. And he saw this person. He looks like Lord Venkateshwara himself, with all the kiridam and all the stuff that you see the idol wearing, right? It's like the idol just ran out of the sanctum. So he saw this image and suddenly he rubbed his eyes. He's like, what happened to me? And he rubbed his eyes and he saw it's actually Lord Venkateshwara standing in front of him. He's smiling. He said, what? What are you looking at me? You wanted to see me, right? Here I am. And I thought you wanted to play with me. Let's play now. Let's not waste time because I don't have much time. The Lord is telling him because he has to go before 3 a.m., right? They start the puja in the morning. So he has to run. He doesn't have time. So in that time in between, he's like, let's play. Come. Bhavaji rubbed his eyes again and he couldn't believe it. He fell at his feet. He had no... Imagine the Lord coming right there. What would you say? He had tears in his eyes. It was all tears. You came all the way to see me. Because they didn't allow me, you came here. That is bhakti, the pure devotion that draws the ultimate to you. Now, he sat there. He was happy. He was very happy. He fell at his feet. He started jumping in joy. And the Lord said, Bhavaji, I've come to play with you. Remember? Now set up the game fast. So he said, yes. Swami, I will. And he immediately, eyes all filled up with tears. He's setting up the board for the game. And the Lord he started playing with it. Now, while he was playing, the Lord is like asking him, what do you want? Ask me anything. I'll give you. What boon you want? You see from the story that all that Bhavaji was doing was giving himself to the Lord, that full surrender, that bhakti, that devotion, pure. There's not chanting any slokams day in and day out. Not knowing all those elaborate things. Not that they are bad. Yes. Everything is a stepstone to go near him. The easiest one to cross the whole bridge is surrender. Do you agree? Which he had. And there you go. The Lord is asking him, what do you want? Ask me, Bhavaji, what do you want? You know what Bhavaji says? Not surprising. For anybody who has surrendered, the only thing when asked, the same answer is, I just want to be with you. Remain at your feet. I'm already so blessed. You're sitting here and playing with me, he says. What more do I need? The Lord is so happy. The Lord is so happy here. Okay, now I have to go because before they open the temple doors, I have to be there. The Lord says, and he leaves. He plays with them, he leaves. Now this becomes a routine every day. He'll come in the middle of the night, wake him up, play with Bhavaji, and then go before the temple doors open. The temple door closes. The Lord is here. Then before the temple door opens, the Lord is back. So this is the routine. Every day, Bhavaji was playing with the Lord. How beautiful is that? Just imagine. It's not a small thing. So they'll spend hours playing and joking and talking and chatting. Think about it. Now, one time the game went on so intense, and most of the time, the Lord allowed Bhavaji to win. The Bhavaji used to win the game. I won the game, Swami. You're taking too long to learn the game, he would say. So the Lord he loves it when his devotee wins. He loves it. He doesn't want to win. The Lord will happily let go of his victory so that his devotee wins. It's always like that. The Lord is the Lord of the universe. What is it for him? He can trick the whole board. But he allowed him to. Most of the time, Bhavaji won. That's the sweetest thing about this. One time, the game went so intense that the Lord was a bit delayed, to go back to the sanctum before the doors opened. So just in the fraction of a second, he said, oh my God, I have to leave, Bhavaji, because they're going to open the doors any second. So he left in a hurry that day. In that hurry, his diamond necklace was left behind at Bhavaji's place. So the Lord left, and Bhavaji was so happy that he saw the Lord. He would close his eyes, and then when he opened, he saw the diamond necklace on the floor that the Lord left in a hurry, and he left behind. So he took it and he, put it in his eyes, and he, with full respect, he kept it in his prayer room under the feet of Lord Narayana in his prayer room. He said, when the Lord comes tonight, I will give it to him. And meanwhile, the priests opened the sanctum door. There the Lord was all his beauty, magnificent self. Now the priests have to keep an account of all the jewelry the Lord is wearing, because the Rajas, they're answerable to the king. So they notice this diamond necklace missing. And they have a shock of their life. Now they have to report it immediately. So they did their protocol. They reported it to the authorities, and the authorities reported it to the king. And the king came and inspected, and they looked everywhere. They couldn't find the necklace, and the king gave them an ultimatum. You have to find it no matter what. Otherwise, you guys are in trouble. So then the priest said, you know what? We have a suspicion on one person. We suspect this man who comes every day. He used to come, but we stopped him. But he used to come every day and check the Lord out all the time. He used to admire everything he's wearing. He used to admire his earrings and necklace. He used to say it out loud. And we have the suspicion on him. So the king asks them, do you know where he lives? So the priest said, yes. So take the soldier. He'll come with you. Go and check his place. Go and search him. So the soldier takes the priest and they go to Bhavaji's mutt and they knock at the door. This is like late in the morning. Bhavaji comes out, and opens the door to see this soldier and the priest. Everybody standing there. And they ask him, do you know anything about the diamond necklace? We want to search your place. So he says, no, not really. Which diamond necklace are you talking about? Because he can't tell them the truth that the Lord comes in place with. Who will believe him, right? So he says, no, I don't. No, we have to search your place. And they go inside. They push him away. They go inside forcibly and search the place, and they find the necklace in the prayer room under the feet of the Lord. They take it. They bring Bhavaji also to the king's palace in chains. And they bring him and set him in front of him. And the king looks at him and says, how dare you steal the god's jewelry? In front of the whole Sabha. Bhavaji was asked this question. And he had no other go but to tell the truth. And he said, Well, all of you kicked me out of the temple. You all didn't want me there. You pushed me from there. And I kept crying for the Lord every day. And I started playing dice all by myself, thinking that the Lord is there playing on the other side. Then one fine day he came. He himself came and he played dice with me. Since then, every day he comes. He comes for those few hours and we are together and we play dice together. Whole Sabha started laughing. I mean, what do you expect, right? No, really, what do you expect? Nobody is going to believe him. Only people that do very, like you can count the number of people who will believe him. Majority are going to mock him. This is the law. This is the truth. This is the normalcy. This is normal. So everybody mocked it. Yeah, of course. For me, even yesterday also, the Lord came and gave me nice things. So they started mocking him. But Lord Venkateshwara does not have anything else to do. Then he has to come and sit with you and play dice. So all these things were said to Bhavaji, who was just standing and looking down. For a bhakta, it is so painful. For a bhakta, it is so painful. Because the bhakta is swimming in this ocean of bliss, where nothing else matters to him. For him, it's only him and the Lord. The world is shut, totally shut, because the world is anyway illusion. For him, nothing matters. It's only him and the Lord. And here we are, the reality. Everybody is going to mock him anyway. And the Lord is showing through this incident what happens to an actual bhakta. What happens? Well, the Lord is not going to let go so easily. He will come to rescue. Let's see what he does. So then everybody mock him. Obviously, the king tells the soldiers to put him in jail. And the king puts thousands of sugarcane inside his cell with Bhavaji. And he says, you say that your Lord came and played with you. If any part of it is true, let's see how he saved you. Now, by tomorrow morning, you have to completely finish the sugarcane. You have to consume it, he says. And he locks him up in the cell and with thousands of sugarcane in it, and he leaves with the soldiers. Bhavaji's left with thousands of sugarcanes in the cell. What does he do? Sits there and sobs and weeps. Narayana, what did I do? I only told them the truth. Where are you? And he weeps and he falls asleep. Meanwhile, you think Narayana will keep quiet? No way. In the middle of the night, everybody's asleep. The soldiers are asleep. The Lord comes in the form of an elephant. He appeared inside the cell and he ate up all the sugarcane. He slowly woke up Bhavaji with his trunk. So cute. Slowly he woke him up with his trunk. And Bhavaji knew immediately who it was. Immediately, because he saw no sugarcane around. Where's all the sugarcane? It's all gone. So he fell at the elephant's feet. The Lord has come in the form of an elephant. And the elephant, after waking his devotee so gently, he trumpets so wild, so loudly trumpeted, and knocks the cell gate out and just walks out of the doors of the jail. The guards see him. They wake up because of the trumpet sound, right? They wake up and they see this elephant running out. They see the elephant leaving the premises. They all run like madmen to the palace to inform the king. The king immediately comes, quickly dressing up, and he comes, walks into the cell and sees no sugarcane. Nobody can take those sugarcane out if there's no manpower, They can't empty the sugarcane so easily. He knew immediately that this man was speaking the truth from day one. And he falls at his feet. The king falls at Bhavaji's feet and asks for forgiveness. I am so sorry. I apologize for mocking you. You are the friend of the Lord. You are his friend. You said he comes and plays dice with you. Can we even imagine that? We should have kept you on a pedestal. You please come and be a part of the palace, my ministers and my advisor. And Bhavaji says, no. I don't want all that. I want to be, just give me permission to be in the temple, he says. See, again, he wants to be with the Lord. So the king says, yes, temple it is. You be the head priest. Please don't say no to this. You be the head priest, he says. So Bhavaji says, yes, I will be that. At least that is to serve the Lord. I will be that, she says. And he accepts that role of being the head priest because he could see the Lord every day without no restrictions. Every morning, every night, the last thing he sees is the last thing in the night, he sees the Lord. The first thing in the morning, he sees the Lord. One more to ask. Now, of course, he just missed that meditation because the head priest has no time to meditate. He's always, serving the devotees who come. So he doesn't get time to sit and admire anymore. So he goes and after some time he says, I can't do this. I need to just sit and meditate. So he walks out of that also after some time. And he constructs his madam, right? The mutt that he built. He built a temple of Lord Krishna there. And that is where he attained Samadhi also. Now, he came to be known as Hathi Ram Bhavaji after this incident with the elephant. This elephant incident is not something small, Think about it. It's happened, really. So that is something. So he got that name from that. He's a big Bhakta of Rama. And the elephant comes, Rama is in the form of the elephant. Narayana is in the form of the elephant to help him. So that's why he got the name Hathi Ram Bhavaji. Now his temple that he has built is Sri Venugopala Swami Temple. Now that is 5 kilometers from Tirupati. Now it comes on the left side while going towards Papa Vinasham Temple. Now the temple is managed now by the Hathi Ram Baba Mutt. Now there is a Varaha Avataram of Vishnu and goddess Lakshmi on the roof of the temple on top. Now inside this temple is a beautiful image of Lord Krishna with a flute, and he stands in front of the cow. So this kind of reminded me of our own Lord Nandalala shrine, right, in Chennai, where the Lord stands with a flute and in front of the cow. Now here, on the other hand, there is a Rukmini and Satyabhama who can be seen on either sides of Lord Krishna. And here, his samadhi is also there near the entrance. And the entrance gate of the temple depicts the scene of the game of dice between the two, the Lord and Bhavaji. They're like that sculpture. It's beautifully depicted in sculptures. This whole scene, of the Lord and his devotee playing dice. Now, from 1843 to 1932, the Hathi Mutt was managing the Tirupati temple, after which it was handed to Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam board, which is still the same now. But until then, the Hathi Mutt was handling the temple, Tirupati temple, and that's how, see, the Lord is, that's how great he made his devotee. And his devotee didn't want all that. It's always like that, no? When you don't want something, especially the material, when you've renounced it, when you say, I don't want all this, is when the Lord will pour it on you. It's always like that. When you think, I don't want all this, enough, is when he'll give you more. Because he knows you're not going to use it for yourself, right? You're going to use it for doing good for others. You're going to use it for others. And that is what he wants. He uses you as an instrument. His devotee as the instrument to do for others. That is the main thing. To make this world a better place. Now, getting to the Tirupati temple, the Lord himself, he's a 9.5 feet tall statue. 9.5 feet. Larger than life. I can just, as I'm speaking now, I just feel like closing and thinking about him. Don't you all feel that way too? The statue of the Lord is said to have formed on its own. It is not chiseled by anybody. This particular statue is not handmade by anyone. There was no sculptor involved. It's a Swayambhu. It's a self-manifested. That is what, very similar to Sri Rangam, and of course all the lingams that we have spoken about, right? All the lingams, all of them are manifest, self-manifested. Same with Sri Rangam. That's a Swayambhu Murti. And here we have this beautiful Lord Venkateshwara standing posture. 9.5 feet tall statue, a Swayambhu Murti. Now, many ancient texts have including the Rig Veda, have mentioned this existence and the prominence of this temple. Tirupati is stated as Adi Varaha Kshetram. Now, he's said to be in the Varaha Avataram in Tirupati. And it is also said that Lord Varaha created the entire Seshachalam hills so that Adi Shesha, the 7-headed snake on which he rests, could rest on earth. Even to hear this, it's so beautiful, right? Even to just hear it. Now, the Seshachalam hills have 7 peaks. It's also called the Saptagiri Hills, which represent the 7 heads of the snake, Adisesha. Now, we get to the whole roots, right? As always, we go to the roots of everything, the roots of the thing. So the second part, I will talk about the roots from the beginning. We will start. So I'm going to stop here, and I'm going to talk about an incident about this Tirupati only, which I got to know from one of the people I know. He told me a very funny incident about this Tirupati, Lord Venkateshwara. There was a time when this person had a problem in his family. He's very rich, and he had a problem in his family. It's a true story. And he prayed to the Lord that, if you make my wife all right, I will give you this many lakhs of rupees. I'll come and put it in your hundi. I'll come and put it there for you. So he prayed that. The Lord is not stupid. Especially when we say, I will give you this. I will come and put mote when I do this and all that. Better do it. No, seriously. It's not a joke. And especially with him, no jokes. So when you say, I will come and put mote or I will come and do this, you need to keep that word. Not only to Tirupati, but any Lord for that matter. I'm just saying, we're talking about Tirupati Venkateshwara here. So this man did that. He said, I'll come and put this much money if my wife gets okay. And the wife is cured. Now, on the way, he's telling his driver, well, I did say 10 lakhs, but I think I'll just put 1 lakh. 1 lakh I'll put all that. So he goes to the temple with 1 lakh. The former thing was, he said, I will put 10 lakhs. If this happens, it happened. And he took the 0 out. He made it 1 lakh. And then he went there and he had this lot of people pushing and all that near the undi, right? When you're going there, people are all wanting to do the same thing. So he somehow gets there and he has this bundle of that 1 lakh in his hand, puts it. At that time, his ring, that is more than 10 lakhs. I don't know, it has diamonds, it has that Navaratna mudra. Just slips down into the hundi. So while he was putting the 1 lakh, the Lord took interest from it. So that ring fell. Then he went and told the authority, my ring is inside. He said, whatever you put inside is Lord's. We can't take it out. So he went and asked, if it is fallen, he has taken it. It doesn't fall. Then he comes back to the car and he tells his driver, prepare a pie or a modra will do. Then the driver thinks, you said 10 lakhs and then you made it 1 lakh. What do you expect? And as a Kailende, it's never loose for me. I don't know how it came out, I believe. He's telling. The ring was never loose. It was very tight. So if he had to remove his ring to even polish it or clean it, he had to put soap and then, literally remove it with a lot of effort. And over there, smooth. It's like Lord and his leelas, right? So never give a promise and think he's going to be quiet. The lesson awaits you. Immediately you'll know. So don't play with the Lord. Don't make false promises. Because a lot of us by mistake or whatever it is, we just say things, but never on these things, never. Because the whole point of us being born here is to understand that the material is an illusion. So the minute we understand that, giving to the Lord is not really giving. He's sharing with us. We have to remember that. Once we turn those tables, right, then we will not think we are giving. He's just taking his share. It's always his. It was never ours. We came empty-handed, we're leaving empty-handed. But that truth, I think the material world kind of makes us, that Maya, we get binded by inside, and we're like in that whirlpool that we just forget that nothing is ours, really. Nothing is. This is why the other day I told you, right? When you go to the temple, go with an open wallet, open mind. Don't calculate. Whatever he wants, he will take. That's the best mentality to be in when you go to the temple. You feel so relieved. You feel very relieved. Make sense? That's how we enjoy the journey of a temple. This is one song I like to sing on the Lord today. When I'm singing, just picture that beautiful Lord, that beautiful Lord in Tirupati, Venkateshwara. Shriman Narayana, Shriman Narayana, Shriman Narayana, Shriman Narayana, Shriman Narayana, Nin Shripadame Sharanam, Shriman Narayana, Shriman Narayana, Shriman Narayana, Nin Shripadame Sharanam, Shriman Narayana, Shriman Narayana, Shriman Narayana, Nin Shripadame Sharanam. Kamala Sati Mukha Kamala Kamala Hita Kamala Priya Kamalekshana. Kamala Sati Mukha Kamala Kamala Hita Kamala Priya Kamalekshana. Kamalasanahita Garuda Kamala Shri Kamalanadani Pada Kamala Me Sharanam. Kamalasanahita Garuda Kamala Shri Kamalanadani Pada Kamala Me Sharanam. Shriman Narayana, Shriman Narayana, Shriman Narayana, Shripadame Sharanam. Paramayogi Jana Bhagadeya Shri Paramapurusha Parapara Paramayogi Jana Bhagadeya Shri Paramapurusha Parapara Paramatma Paramanurupa Shri Tiruvenkatagiri Deva Paramatma Paramanurupa Shri Tiruvenkatagiri Deva Sharanam Shriman Narayana Shriman Narayana Shriman Narayana Shripadamesharanam. Now the meaning of this beautiful song. Shriman is always used for Narayana because without Shri there is no Narayana. Who's Shri? Mahalakshmi. Shriman Narayana. The one who's always wearing Mahalakshmi on his heart. He always has her feet. Shriman Narayana. Shriman Narayana. Shri Pada Me Sharanam. I am at your lotus feet. I am surrendered at your feet. Always at your feet. Kamala Sati Mukha. One whose wife is Kamala Sati. Kamala is the wife having a face of the lotus and one who likes the lotus. Kamala Priya. Kamale Kshana. One whose eyes are like the lotus. This is like so much love. Right? The song is like totally explains who he is. The lotus-eyed, who loves the lotus. Now the second one is one who has the lotus posture and one who rides the eagle Garuda. And the one who has the one with the lotus on his navel. And I seek your lotus feet is what the song is about. Kamala Sanahita. Garuda Kamala Damanashri. Kamalanaba Ni Pada Kamala Me Sharan. I am at your lotus feet. The second charanam is one who brings good fortunes to great yogis. Parama Yogi Jana Bhagadeya Shri. Parama Purusha Paratpara. You are the supreme soul beyond, and you are the atom of the atoms of the atom. It's like both extremes, right? You can be the smallest, and the supreme. And the Lord of Tiruvenkata, Tirumala Hills. I seek your feet. It's the last line. Tiruvenkatagiri Deva Sharan. Madhyoli Charanam.